the home for all your Yankees news, updates, live streams, and play-by-plays. This is Max Coverage TV, and this show starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream here on Max Coverage TV, the place to be for all your sports wants, news, and needs, and most importantly, live streams here for your Yankees spring training news. If you love the New York Yankees as much as I do, as much as everybody in this community does, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know when the next time I go live will be, or when I make a video. If you are in the chat right now, the pre-live crew is what I like to call you all. Thank you for being here. You're the GOATs of YouTube. And we're on Twitch, by the way. Smash that like button in the smithereens. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much for the support. And lastly, if you're watching on the replay, drop me some comments down below and hashtag replay gang. That's what my boy Action VJ came up with. I'm going to stick with it. Let me know your thoughts on today's show. We got a bunch to talk about, man. Some bad news, some injuries already. I reported it yesterday, but we're going to talk about it more in depth today. And we got a lot of footage from today's spring training workouts, a full team workout today, their first full team workout on the season. So that's very exciting. But let's get the pre-live crew name before we do anything else today. Pito, what's up, man? Good to see you. We got my boy Real Bill P becoming a member on the squad. Popping confetti all over the place before we start. Thank you so much, Real Bill P. You are the man. What's up, Action VJ? Speaking of my guy, what's going on, man? Miss Norma's in the chat, popping in and say, hey, what's up, Miss Norma? Adonis, what's going on? How you feeling? We got Kid in the chat, as always. Norman's in the chat. Stanton will get well in October. Hopefully he's not out till October, but we got... That's a big injury, man. That's a big injury. Bill O's in the building. Cadzilla's in the house. John the Beagle Dad and my guy Jake. Those are your elite members of the pre-live crew. If you're not a part of the pre-live crew, you got to get here just a little bit sooner. But I appreciate you all walking in the house. You all help me build. Hit the doorbell, a.k.a. the like button. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Giancarlo Stanton is already dealing with an injury. Injuries, plural, I should add, with both of his elbows. I don't get it, man. This guy, we know how this guy operates. It's a matter of when, not if, he will get injured. And usually it's with the legs, the bottom half of his body. But now he's dealing with elbow soreness in both of his elbows. And from the reports, Brian Hoke, Aaron Boone talked about it today. I'll be sharing some footage here in a second. But from the reports and everything, it just does not look good. This is not what you want. This is not what you need. First day of camp for the full team. I mean, it's ridiculous. But Giancarlo Stanton, in case you missed the news, he's dealing with quote-unquote very high level of pain in both of his elbows. He has not swung a bat for 3 to 4 weeks and is unsure if he can be ready for opening day. So right there, it just seems like this is a long-term injury. I've heard reports that said that he's been dealing with this since last season. This is last postseason as well. And this, I mean, that's just alarming. When you hear anything about an elbow, it doesn't matter if they're a pitcher, a position player, anything about an elbow, your mind already goes into panic mode, right? Dare I say it, hopefully it's nothing UCL related, anything like that. But the fact that it's both of his elbows, I think this is going to be a long-term issue, man. And if you're a Yankee fan, if you watch the Yankees, you know this team is completely different. The lineup is completely different without Big G in the middle of this lineup. He's the best protection behind Judge. You already know the power is just through the roof. But this whole lineup operates differently when he's not in the lineup. So we're waking up on a beautiful Monday morning and we're seeing bad news to begin our day, and it sucks. It sucks, man. Al in the chat, Stanton bench pressing. Oh, damn. Damn, Al. Well, that's harsh. Stetson, what's going on? We got Patrick in the house. How are you doing today, buddy? So glad it's almost baseball season. I'm doing fantastic, Patrick. I'm so ready for baseball. The games begin this week, man. The games begin this week. My boy Cadzilla heading to Connecticut Wednesday for your uncle's funeral just in time for the snowstorm. Oh, man. Well, my thoughts and prayers are with you and your family, bro. I'm so sorry to hear the sad news, man. And we're all thinking about you, buddy. So stay strong, bro, and you know how to reach out to me if you need anything, brother. Jack in the chat, good to see you, my guy. I got a joke for you guys. What do you call a snowman that tells lies? A snowflake, says Patrick. Oh, he's back with the jokes. Rick in the building says, G injured? What a surprise. Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. I mean, this is what happens every single freaking year with this guy. It happens every single year with this guy. And you know what? Now I think the Yankees might have to. They might, if this is a long-term injury with Stanton, they're gonna have to make a move. They're gonna have to make some kind of move here, because, off the top of my head, when Stanton's down, they make Judge the DH. So now they can. I don't know what the move will be, but the payroll. I know they want to be under $300 million. I know they want to be over the Steve Cohen threshold. But listen, it goes out the window at this point. If Big G's gone for a significant amount of time, it's going to be, we got to make some kind of move, man. We do. Because Trent Grisham is also dealing with injury, in case you guys did not know. Grisham pulled his hammy. But he is working out. Aaron Boone said that he was running today, and he was a full go. So Grisham's injury, I don't think will be a long-term issue. I mean, we still have, 5 weeks until opening day. But Grisham's dealing with an injury. Big G's dealing with an injury. We already know the pitching staff. Jake Cousins is dealing with a forearm strain. Clayton Beeter dealing with shoulder issues. And then we already know Jonathan Loaizaga, he's not going to be ready until late May, early June. So we got 5 injuries on this team already. And we just started, baby. We just started. Parker in the chat. Yeah, he just can't stay healthy, man. It sucks. Rick Simmons, good to see you. What's up, Max? But I see it's not good with, I don't think it's good at all. Ken in the chat. What's up, Ken? Thanks for being in here. Jay Snow in the house says, this is what Stanton does. He's hurt every year. He is. He is, man. It sucks. It sucks to see him go down. I know he's frustrated. Like I said, it's usually it's usually a lower body injury with Stanton. But now he's dealing with elbow issues on both of his elbows. I said this before, the lineup is not World Series caliber. I think it is, man. I mean, we're the best team in the American League by far. There's no doubt about it. But this does compromise the lineup. I'm not going to lie to you. This does compromise the lineup. This team is not the same lineup-wise offensively without Big G in the middle of the lineup. So it's a little frustrating to see this, and we all hope that it's nothing serious. Oh, we got the hand of doom, aka the hand of love, in the house. Yeehaw! How you doing? How are you doing? So we're gonna bring up some clips here from earlier today. Today's workout. They had the one highlight. There's been a lot of highlights. Rodon got messed up today. Rodon kind of got messed up, man. A couple of guys took him yard, which, is it great that these guys are hitting home runs? Of course. But Rodon, he gave up 2 of them today. And let's show it. Let's see. One of them was by our guy, and I gotta mute it because, they play music and stuff during their practices. But one of them was by our guy, Jason Dominguez here. The Martian takes him deep. Boom. Ooh, my God, man. That thing was in the second deck. And if Jason Dominguez does this kind of stuff for us this year, I'm telling you, man, this is going to be the AL Rookie of the Year right here. Bink! Just a beauty. A moonshot by Jason Dominguez. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. How's Simba the Destroyer? He is great. He's up here. He's hanging out with me. Dominguez wasn't the only one who took Rodon Yard, as I already alluded to. The new guy in town, Cody Bellinger. Let's see what he does. Ooh, now look at that swing. These are bombs, Brent. These are straight bombs. Like I said, it's great to see these guys smash home runs all day. But Rodon, are you okay, my guy? Are you okay? See right here, he's waving, he's shaking off a pitch. Boom, just destroys it to right. And that's what this guy's swing is going to be this year. Bellinger, that short porch in right field, his swing is made for Yankee Stadium. It is going to be amazing to watch. Big things ahead for both of these guys, Bellinger and Dominguez. Let's see it one more time. Just see it one more. Just a thing of beauty. An absolute thing of beauty. Just a perfect swing. Ryan in the chat says, when isn't Stanton injured? Well, we'll see him in July. Well, hopefully not, Ryan. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's not a long-term injury, but it is concerning that both of his elbows are flaring up on him. Not just one, both of them. Yankee Kyle, good afternoon to you, buddy. Action says Rodon started hot. He struck out Dominguez, Bellinger, and Judge in the first, then Bloom. Yeah, I know it's just practice, guys. There's some sarcasm in my voice. I hope you guys can pick that up. I hope so. But I know it's just practice. Not a game. Not a game that we go out there and die for. But practice, man. I get it. I understand it. My guy, Bob Smith, I'm good. How you feeling, bro? You ready for some games to begin this week? Patrick's still doing some jokes. Patrick's still doing some jokes around here. So that was the two highlights for, the home run balls with Dominguez and Bellinger. We have some clips of Jason Dominguez doing some drills in the outfield. He says he's feeling comfortable in left. Jason Dominguez has said he's feeling comfortable in left field. He's been working at it. He reported a little bit early. Okay, that's good. Good play right there. Good play right there. Of course, we all got to see this in game. I understand it, but I'm glad that he's feeling a little bit comfortable out there. Rye says, how it is, won't be ready for opening day, then 15-day IL. Then, well, he's out till July. I'm being a bit sarcastic myself. Yeah, no, I know how it is, Rye. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I do think his availability is going to be compromised for opening day. I mean, he hasn't swung a bat in a month. So that's a problem. That's a problem. Now, he is out there. He's working out. He's like doing drills and stuff. Stanton is, but he's just not swinging the bat. So, I hope he's going to be okay, man. I really do. I really do. Here's some looks at our new first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt, taking a couple swings in batting practice. I love making everybody laugh. What's the purpose? I love it, man. I love it, Patrick. Keep them coming, brother. Keep them coming, man. This world's too. We gotta share some more laughter in this world, man. That's one thing we have to do, right? Dominguez is trying to take over the title of most swole from Big G. Yeah, hey, Dominguez is looking good, man. He's looking good. We have some footage. Aaron Judge talked a little bit to the media today. Aaron Boone, of course, talked to the media. You already know most of these questions are around Giancarlo Stanton. So I'll share those here in a bit. Here's Jazz taking some BP. Jazz, I can't wait to see a full season with Jazz. Miss Stanton report. Yeah, he has two elbows. Both of his elbows are flaring up on him. Quote unquote, very high level of pain in both of his elbows. He hasn't swung a bat in 3 to 4 weeks. So I do think opening day he is going to be compromised. I don't think he'll be ready. Hopefully he will, but that's just my guess. Jay Snow says last year there was no pressure on Stanton because of Soto. Stanton has to be the other power bat behind Judge. I 1,000% agree with you, bro. I 1,000% agree with you. He has to be. And like I said, this team is different when he's not in the lineup. Can't rip Stanton. He shows up in October. there always should be some load management to get him through the season. Yeah, no doubt, man. We all know what he did last postseason. He went off. He went crazy. 7 home runs, 16 RBI, 286 batting average, 10 OPS over 1,000. Like he went off last postseason. But we have to. Hopefully, he's going to be available. And like I said, hopefully it's not a long-term injury, but something to monitor throughout the whole spring. We're not going to see him. I doubt we'll see Stanton at all in spring training. Yeah, both elbows, dude. That's what I'm saying. And the first thought with an elbow injury is UCL. That's always someone's first thought, right? That's the panic thought, which hopefully is not anything that serious. He hurt elbow. He didn't even play defense. Yeah, I know. I just don't understand how he got it. They're saying it might be from last season. They're thinking it might be from last season, but only time will tell, man. And of course, I will let you all know more info once I get that information. So let's bring up some clips with Aaron Boone here talking to the media. Or I'm sorry, this is Aaron Judge talking to the media, and let's see what the captain has to say. Let's see what Big Dog on campus has to say, man.
About this time last year, you came in here and said this team had a bit of an edge to it, wanting to get to the World Series and win a World Series. After the way last year ended, how would you describe the motivation of this team this year coming in?
Definitely coming in hungry, if not hungrier than
Hell yeah.
years past, especially going from 23 into last season, not making the postseason. That's a tough one to swallow there. And, guys were motivated, guys showed up early, they put in the work. And I think, getting to the dance and losing out on it definitely is a lot worse.
You can't hear. Can you guys hear Can you hear the clip? Nice, Yankee Kyle. Can you hear it, Jack? Yeah, Gerard is both elbows that Stanton's dealing with right now. BLK, Bull in that chat. Afternoon, brother. Stanton and the Yankees are taking precautions. You can hear your action, VJ? All right, well, make sure your volume's up, Jack.
So guys are motivated, guys are ready to go. So definitely some great energy so far. It's only been a couple days, but guys are ready to get back to work and get us back in that spot and rewrite the script.
About this time last year, you came.
We got the volume all the way up, so sorry if it's a little low. It is kind of low, though. I had to turn it up on my end as well. But Aaron Judge basically saying getting to the dance and then losing out on it is definitely a lot worse than not even getting in. So guys are motivated. Guys are ready to go. Definitely some great energy so far. So I'm glad that this team is hungrier. I'm glad. We want to hoist that trophy. Come on, man. We can do it this year. Aaron Judge on the roster heading into the new season. Let's see what he says. And once again, it might be low on just their end because I have it up all the way.
Roster, just overall, what do you think of this roster heading in?
It's exciting. You had a lot of different pieces that have come in. We start with Bellinger, a guy that can play 3, 4, 5, 6 different positions for us, play all over the field. You got a guy like Goldschmidt, who's been one of the top 10 hitters in the game for the past 10 years. It's been impressive to watch. He's going to bring different side of the game to us at first base. He's a guy that can run the base as well. Having Jazz do his thing, another year of Jazz, who's been so dynamic for us and explosive. It's going to be exciting. We got a lot of different pieces, some new arms, especially with Max Fried, a guy that I faced for quite a few years, and I'm glad he's in pinstripes now. But I'm excited about the lineup. I don't know how it's all going to work out, who's going to bat where and all that, but just up and down this lineup, we got guys who are going to have good at-bats, quality at-bats, guys that can steal bases, get on base, and a lot of guys that can leave the park.
Roster, just overall, what do you think?
Yeah,
of
I mean,
this roster?
I think he's 1,000% right, man. Like, this team has added athleticism everywhere, even with, like he said, Paul Goldschmidt, being 37 years old, he can still run the bases pretty well for a first baseman. So he had 11 stolen bases last year. Paul Goldschmidt adds another layer of athleticism to this team. I mean, Rizzo couldn't run the bases, right? So I'm excited to see these guys. And like he alluded to, Jazz, a full season with Jazz is going to be amazing. What's up, Gerard? I said hi. What's going on, big dog? BLK says, I'm waiting for that Cashman mega trade, third base stud on the way. Especially if Stanton's going to be out with an injury, BLK, Yankees got to make some kind of move. They can't just go in there saying, oh, well, we'll put Grisham out there in the outfield and move Judge to DH and all. No, I don't think that's going to be the move. I want a Judge to say, y'all got jokes, huh? Bet, and walk. That would be hilarious. Mario, what's going on, bro? I have some spring tacos. Hey, please give me some, man. I'm so freaking hungry right now. Aaron Judge was asked what the challenge of facing Max Fried in the past has been. So let's see what the captain says about our newly acquired second arm behind Cole. Can't wait to see this guy on the mound.
See Fried over the years.
Wow, he's got 5 or 6 different pitches. He's got great command with all of them. He can run up to 95, 96, 97 on you.
Yes, sir.
He's a guy that's determined. He's not going to back down. You've seen him pitch in big game after big game, especially on their World Series run, and he's a competitor. He's a competitor with good stuff. He knows he has great stuff, so it's he could throw one pitch and just get you out with that pitch, but he's got 5 or 6, so he's just a pitcher. He's a polished pitcher. He knows what he's doing out there. He competes his butt off, so yeah, there's a lot of things about facing Max Fried this stuff.
You're facing Fried over the years.
Yeah, man, Max Fried has some filthy stuff, especially his curveball. If you haven't seen Max Fried pitch, that curveball is gross. And the one thing about Max Fried is he's pitched at the highest level. He's a champion. He's been there, done that. So you add that pedigree to this rotation. I'm telling you, this guy's going to be a stud. Richard in the chat, good to see you, says, Max, time to take off the gloves. Mano y mano. February 22nd, Tigers versus Yankees. Oh, I'll be here calling it. I think. That's Sunday, right? I think that's Sunday. I don't know. I'm not good with the day so far. But Sunday, if it's Sunday, I'm going to be calling the game. But you're going down, Richard. You are going down. Mo money equals Mo problem. Says, hey, Max, JD Martinez is still out there. Could be a decent signing if Stanton is out for a bit. Yeah, he is still out there, and that's pretty much what his position is nowadays is DH. So, I mean, I wouldn't hate that move. And especially if he's okay with going to the bench whenever Stanton's back. That's one thing. If we do make a signing, the guy has to be okay with, going back to the bench whenever Stanton's healthy. One player that Aaron Boone has kind of mentioned today was Dominic Smith. He's saying he's a pro hitter. They are going to have him out there in the outfield, working out as well. He was an outfielder. He's a first baseman as well. But that's not a guy who I'd feel okay with, plugging in. Oh, we got Dominic Smith. We'll be okay. No, that's not the move. And by all means, I hope Dominic Smith does well. I hope all these guys do well. But to me, I don't want that to be the move. Oh, we got Dominic Smith. We'll be okay. No, that's not what I want to hear. Daver in the chat. We need help. Hopefully help is on the way. Like Shannon Sharp said, help is on the way. Hopefully. We'll see. Only time will tell, right? Only time will tell. Aaron Judge on the Yankees losing Juan Soto in free agency. Let's see what the captain says about Juan Soto, the guy that didn't want to be here in the first place.
Aaron, both you and Juan had great years last year. Can you talk about the loss of him to the lineup? And overall, how can you guys be a better team overall?
Yeah, Soto's one of a kind, man. He's a special player. Excited for him and his new chapter with the Mets. But we added a lot of new pieces here, starting with, like I talked about earlier, Bellinger and Goldschmidt, 2 guys that are, former MVPs, guys that are still wanting to improve, still want to get better. They're going to add just such a different dynamic to this team. It really lengthens out our whole lineup. When you have those guys batting in the middle of your order, it just a lot of good things are going to happen. So, you can't replace a guy like Juan Soto, but you bring in guys like this that are, all-stars, MVPs, caliber players. They did a pretty good job.
Aaron, both you and Juan.
I agree with him. I think, like he said, it's more spread out. The lineup is way more spread out now. That's going to change if Stanton's going to be out for a long time. But We'll see, and I'll let you all know. Action VJ says Yankees is paralyzed by the Cohen tax. Hal has to give permission to exceed it or we're stuck. Yeah, and like I said, if Stanton is out for a long period of time, throw that stuff out the window. I don't care if you want to. I know you want to be underneath that Steve Cohen threshold, but that goes out the window when you have a big injury like Stanton out, and now you have another hole in this lineup. That has to go out the window, man. That has to go out the window. Kidder Kid says Justin Turner accept probably $10 million. Yeah, he's still out there as well. Justin Turner and JD Martinez are the clear two most powerful bats that are still out there. I mean, hey, guess who's still out there and who was with the team last year, ladies and gentlemen? Alex Verdugo. Could this be, a scenario where we bring Alex Verdugo back? Especially because they can move Judge to DH while Stanton heals and have Verdugo in the outfield. We'll see. We'll see. Bob says Ben Rice next man up. Ben Rice could be in play. But it's more outfield, Bob, because they're going to move Judge to DH, so it's going to have to be somebody who can play the outfield. That's why I brought up Verdugo. Stanton's out only 3 to 4 weeks. Any reason to think it will be longer? Well, he hasn't swung a bat in 3 to 4 weeks. I'm not saying it's going to be a long-term injury. I'm just saying I'm a little nervous it might be because it's pain in both of his elbows. So that's not good news, man. It's not just one elbow, it's both of them. So hard pass on Verdugo. I know. I wouldn't want him back either, but I'm just saying that could be a scenario where the Yankees are looking at. It wouldn't shock me if they brought in Verdugo if that was the case. Yeah, they could get Luis Ariz for DH. They could plug in Ariz at DH, and then whenever Stanton's back, then they can move Jazz to third and have Ariz play second. I know his defense is not great, but could be in play. Aaron Judge on where he liked to hit in the batting order this season. I personally say leave him at third or leave him, hitting in the 3-hole. But let's see what he says.
Knowing how the lineup's going to shake out in the past, last year you hit third behind Juan. In the past you've hit second. Have you talked to Aaron about where you're going to hit this coming year, or do you have any preference for where you might be this year?
Yeah, I'd love to hit third again. I've told him that since the first day, but I've always been about wherever you need me. If it's hitting third, hitting second, hitting last, I'll be anywhere that helps shape this lineup the way we need to. So we'll see. We got a lot of different guys, a lot of good different options that can hit leadoff for us. Guys that hit second, hit anywhere. I'm excited to watch, Jason Dominguez have another full year, have a healthy year, getting a chance to be around Jazz and see what he can do, at the top, middle of our order. He's another guy that can just change the game, his legs, his bat, kind of everything. So, and then even Volpe, another year of, Anthony Volpe, we saw him really do his thing there in the postseason, and we see him do that for 162. This sky's the limit for that kid. So I'm excited. We'll see what happens, but I really don't care where I hit.
Yeah, Steve, what's up, man? Good to see you, Steve. Oh, I was laughing too when he said last. No way in heck he's ever gonna hit last in this lineup. But I agree with him, man. I think he should stay at the 3. I love Judge batting third, and I mean you saw the numbers last season. It was insane. So I hope they leave him I hope they leave him batting third this year too. Michael's saying I hope it was Everson Pereira. He could be the guy that gets the call that helps his team if Stanton's going to miss for a long time. I agree with you, Michael. It would be nice to see Everson Pereira get a little opportunity. Yeah, the pain reported as very high. Yeah. Stanton, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little nervous about the Stanton stuff. Glad to see Devers in the Sox drama stealing headlines from Stroman and the Yankees. Yeah. I was sharing some of that on the Discord. Yep. So Devers is not happy with potentially being DH. He said I'm a third baseman. So already trouble brewing in Boston, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna put the clip up as a small short clip, but Aaron Judge was asked if he was surprised Juan Soto left for the Mets for a better chance to win a World Series, and Judge quote unquote said that's his opinion. He can say what he wants. I definitely disagree with it. I wasn't too surprised by it. I think that's where he wanted to be. Oh, so I mean, Juan Soto's on. He's tripping, man. Juan Soto's. I mean, if you haven't heard what's going on with the Mets as well, Frankie Montas is already shut down. The Mets have a decent lineup, but their pitching is not. I'm not really a big fan of their starting rotation. And now you have Frankie Montas done for at least 6 to 8 weeks with a lat issue. So 6 to 8 weeks, he's not throwing. So Frankie Montas, another blow to the Mets to start their season. Miss Terry's in the chat. As long as Stanton is good to playoffs, we're good. Yeah. Especially, yeah, we need him in the postseason, no doubt. The Yankees never have a good bench. They haven't had a good bench in a while. I wish Soto went to the Twins just so we could say mini Soto in Minnesota. That is funny, Jack. That's a good one. Stroh to the Mets. How funny would that be if he got traded back to the Mets? So they asked Judd. Aaron Judge says he tried to reach out to Juan Soto, but he changed his number. But since then, they have caught up. So remember the whole stuff with Juan Soto saying, "Oh, none of my teammates reached out to me." You changed your number, bro. So you didn't give anybody your phone number. What? Oh my Lord, Juan Soto, you're funny, man. You're a funny guy. I wish we could have gotten Carlos Correa. I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm biased. I like that we have Cruz, though. Yeah, I mean, Correa, I'm not a fan of his contract, man, personally. I'm not saying he's a bad player by any means, but that contract is just not ideal. He's making $37 million, and he has a lot of vesting options, which stems to plate appearances, so that can kick in. If he stays healthy, basically, those vesting options will kick in. I just personally don't like the contract on Carlos Correa. Soto's all about himself and coins. Yeah, it seems like it, Terry, isn't it? Boston lineup's going to be good. I think their lineup is going to be good. And Boston is looking into Dylan Cease, so we'll see. So let's share some Aaron Boone stuff. Aaron Boone was asked about Carlos Rodon's pitching and Jason Dominguez's home run in camp today. So I already shared the clip of the home run. Let's see what Boone says about that.
On the right side.
Here, let me bring it up right here.
Aaron, you had Rodon on the mound today, and Dominguez from the right side taking him deep. Just overall, what's your impression of him early on?
Carlos,
Both of
or
them.
both?
And-
Yeah. Carlos, I think's doing great. Stuff's really good right now. 3 ups today, 42 pitches, I think. So he's in a good spot in his build-up. Like where a lot of his pitches are. We really saw his changeup become a factor for him last year, especially the second half of the season. I think it's a pitch he's got really good feel for and continues to be more and more a part of his arsenal. But the fastball's in a good place right now too.
That's good.
Life, carry, and then a really good swing there by JD.
Aaron, you had
That's good news that his fastball is looking good. The Red Sox didn't think through the Bregman signing. Devers had to be upset. Yeah, he's definitely upset. And then they asked Alex Cora, and he said there's different people in the building now. The GM that signed Devers to that long-term contract is not there anymore. So there's already stuff brewing in Boston. Theo Harris, my guy, says, do you think we are the favorites to win the AL East without Stanton? I still do, Theo. Personally, I still do. I think the Yankees are the clear favorites in the AL East, even without Stanton. Then the Red Sox are probably behind us, then Baltimore. That's my opinion. I think Red Sox are going to be better than Baltimore this year. MJR in the houses, I've always said and will continue to say that Rodon is a choke artist. He's great until you add any pressure. Well, I mean, we've seen that happen. I'm not going to – I don't blame your opinion there because we've seen that happen with Rodon in the past. I hope he figures it out. Maybe him being the third arm in this rotation kind of puts a little bit of pressure off of his shoulders. We need him to be great. If Rodon is good, this rotation is one of the best in baseball. Already, I think it is, but it comes down to these guys throwing the ball. So on paper, we have a great rotation. But if Rodon is going to be on point, this rotation is going to be that much better. Luis Arias' defense is pretty good. He just doesn't have range. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if it's going to be a long-term injury for Stanton, man, they might have to look into Luis Arias because he can just be a DH for a little bit. Here's my question for Aaron Judge. Can you please say something for freaking October? Please. Oh, please save something. Yeah, we need him to save some things for October, no doubt. We really do. Aaron Boone on what Jason Dominguez can continue to learn being in the clubhouse. Let's see. Like I said, man, if Dominguez does what he did today all season long, it's going to be fun to watch.
What do you hope it is that Jason soaks in sitting in that spot in the clubhouse?
Just being around great people that have been there, done that, know what it takes. And we'll, I'm assuming with Cody, but I know with Aaron, will take it upon himself to really, make sure he's doing the things he needs to be doing, continuing to refine and develop his routine. So I think it's just being around two really good pros and obviously outstanding players that can certainly relate to a little bit where Jason is at his point of his career, both being, big prospects when they were coming through as well.
And what do you...
Yeah, I can't wait to see this kid play full season. What's up, Stephen B? Good to see you, my guy. Slack Wolf. Oh, man, I like Stanton a lot. He's a great Yankee. I hope he stays upbeat and comes back strong. I never show hate to Stanton. He's the man. I hope hope this is not going to be a long-term injury, man. I really don't. Because, like I say, I keep saying I'm like a broken record at this point. This team is different without Stanton in this lineup. Good to see you, Slack Wolf. Yeah, number 24 car, William Byron won again. That was a crazy race when they actually finally were able to race. Did you see that Dominguez home run? I did. I shared it earlier, dude. It was a beauty. It was a thing of beauty. So we got an update with Andy Martino. We just touched on Stroman in the Mets. Well, he already shut that down. He says, do not expect the return of Stroman with the Mets. So, don't think that trade will happen. That's from Andy Martino. Al in the chat, what's going on, Max? If a few hit good in the lineup, we will be the top team in the East, especially with our pitching, but that can reverse if a few don't hit. Oh, no doubt, man. It's going to come down to the offense. I love the pitching staff. The rotation and the bullpen both are great, in my opinion. So, I'm with you, Al. If the offense isn't going to hit, we're in trouble. That's how it is, man. Stanton doesn't really show up in the regular season. Yeah, he does okay, but yeah, he's way better in the postseason, no doubt. Aaron Boone says it was his decision for Austin Wells to not play in the first week. How much he played down the stretch, having never been down the stretch, let alone in September and October. I think he's in a great spot. I want to slow play it a little bit. So I guess their plan is not to have Wells play in the first week. That's kind of strange. Can we see the... Yeah, I'll bring it up here in a second after I get done with these clips with Boone, Steve. I'll bring it up here. They should just keep focusing on third. We have a 5-tool player, Cabrera, that can hopefully show up with that switch hitting bat. Yeah, the thing with Cabrera is he can't hit from the right side. That's the issue with Cabrera. I love Cabrera. He's a fan favorite, no doubt about it. Everyone Cabrera's just always a happy guy. He plays hard. He plays with a lot of passion. I love watching Cabrera play. He just has to figure out hitting from the right side. Working on this holiday. Hopefully Stanton injury only early in the rest of the year. He'll be healthy. Hopefully it will be, Steven. What's up, Jacob Petruzzi? Good to see you, man. Hey, we got 82 in the chat. Hit that like button, guys. Only at 36 likes. So smash that like button. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. So here's Boone talking about Dominic Smith. I touched on it earlier. I personally don't want to see him as our, DH for this team. But let's see what Boone says.
What's a path that you see toward Dom Smith being able to possibly contribute? And if you need some DH at bats in April, say, like is he someone who could be in that mix for you?
Yeah, look, I mean, the guy's been a really good hitter throughout his career, pro hitter. I know he feels good about where he is. He's in good shape. We'll even probably try and get him out in the outfield a little bit. So we'll just see.
I don't like that.
The reality is probably something has to happen to open up a lane there. But he's here because we know if that lane does open up, we've got a quality hitter, quality person that you can add to the mix real easy.
In the outfield, you do see that as plausible. I don't believe he's done that since the Mets.
Yeah, I know he's worked a little bit out there. I frankly haven't even seen it yet, but so it'll be something we talk about to like get him in that mix to see if it's something we should have.
Do not want to see Dominic Smith in the outfield. One thing I don't. And, I mean, he's talking about his bat. Let's see. What did he hit last year? 233. So Dominic Smith had a 233 batting average with a 691 OPS. So I do not want to see that bat in this lineup. Sorry. I just don't. Charlie, what's going on? Good to see you, Charlie. God bless you, Max, and your family. I'm so happy baseball is back. Thank you, bro. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Your beard is looking crisp today. Wow. Love, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dominic Smith, man. We already touched on Everson Pereira. I'd much rather see Pereira than Dominic Smith. Boone was asked if he would consider Aaron Judge as a DH in the absence of Giancarlo. He says, quote unquote, that sounds like a hypothetical. Hopefully that's not the case, but anytime G's down, I like to give that as time for Judge to DH some. So it just depends. So that's the last little bit of news there for Boone. Let's bring up that home run real quick. Steve-O missed it, so I'm going to bring it up one more time and show you guys the Jason Dominguez home run, which is just a thing of beauty to watch. It really is. Just an absolute thing of beauty. So here it is. Boom. Just a moonshot to left. Double decker. Over the judgment-free zone. A straight up blast. Here it is one more time. Rodon shakes off a pitch, the kick, the delivery. Boom! Just gone, man. Just an absolute bomb. The Martian has landed, ladies and gentlemen. The Martian has landed. Yeah, bomb squad for real. I know it sounds crazy. But could the Padres move Manny Machado? I doubt it. Man. I doubt they do that move. Yeah, Steve-O, isn't that a blast right there, man? Can't stand people hating on Stanton. He was clutch for us last season. He was an absolute clutch player for us. Chef Nick in the chat. Hey, Max, how are you doing, man? You are going to conquer this year, brother. I feel it. Good luck as always. If Austin Wells' issue is serious. It's not Austin Wells. It's Giancarlo Stanton who's dealing with the elbow issues. But thank you so much, bro. Hey, man, this year, hopefully it's a big year for this channel, for everyone in the community, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody so much. I hope we keep building this community and keep making it the greatest community on YouTube, in my opinion. But I have a lot of fun things in store this year. 10K. When I get to 10K, I'm giving away a jersey to one subscriber. So thank you. I did it at 1,000, 2.5 thousand, 5K. It was be my 4th jersey giveaway. Also, I'm going to be doing some charity streams this year. So if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and join the ride, man. It's going to be a fun time, especially once the games begin. Cannot wait. What's up, Mario? Yeah, Bellinger hit one. Yep. Here's the Bellinger one real quick in case you guys missed the Bellinger. I shared it earlier, but there's the Bellinger one, just straight up blasting that to right field. Yeah, Boone just talked about the Wells thing. He said he just wanted him to take the first week off. I hope he's not injured, but They're saying they're gonna slow play him. But yeah, there's the Bellinger one. What's up? The strike zone's in the chat. Yo, what's up, my guy? William in the chat. Good to see you, William. Who's gonna catch Ben Rice? Ben Rice could be Rafael Flores. He's looked good in camp so far. JC Escara. Who knows, man? Who freaking knows? The Ace Avenue in the house saying, "She." What's up, my guy? Good to see you, bro. Rodon just Rodoning out there today, says MJR. Yeah, Bellinger's swing is really sweet, man. That swinging right to the short portion right field is going to be a thing of beauty to watch. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look up Austin Wells real quick to make sure I didn't miss any news because I have been live for a little bit. So I don't think he's hurt. Like I said, Boone says it was his decision on Austin Wells to not play in the first week. Just how much he played down the stretch. Here, I'll just bring it up. I already shared the clip, but here's the quote. Just how much he played down the stretch, having never been down the stretch, let alone in September and October. I think he's in a great spot. I want to slow play it for a little bit. So, I don't think he's dealing with an injury. Why the Yankees' Austin Wells is taking it a little slower. Hasn't swung. He hasn't swung, I guess. Well, I don't know, man. I don't think he's dealing with an injury. Hopefully they're just being precautionate with him. What's up, Bob in the chat? Typical Rodon giving up home runs. Oh, man. What's up, dude? Good to see you, Bob. Slack Wolf says, I can't Boone. I picture him when he's alone doing a Taylor Flatbox, Swift doing feminine sing-alongs to her music. Jeez. You getting on Boone if he's a Swiftie? I heard he was hurt but not injured just in case. Yeah, I mean, that's what Boone just talked about with Wells. So hopefully they're just being smart with him. I mean, this is my first time hearing about the Wells stuff. So that if he's hurt, man, this would be the worst start to spring training in a while. I mean, geez, man. This is ridiculous. Why are we talking about the Yankees? Their season is over. Third place team says a lot of negative Yankee fans. Oh, my God. Pack it up. Pack it up already, right, Strike Zone? Just golly. Yeah, man. Why watch? You hate Taylor Swift with a passion. I don't think Wells has an injury. They're resting him to preserve his legs in September and October. I hope that's the case, Stephen B. It seems like that is the case. So I'm going to lean on that side. Rodon got rolled on. Well, he had so Rodon did look good. His first bullpen he threw. So hopefully that's just the guys, just being a beast. Dominguez, Bellinger, hopefully they're just out there doing their thing. You're not a Swiftie either, Strike Zone? I thought you said you were a Taylor Swift fan, bro. Don't lie to the masses. I know you said you like Taylor Swift. Don't lie. Bob in the house says, hopefully Wells still hitting off tee. Extra rest on knees. Makes sense. Hey, yo. But yeah, no, hopefully it is just extra rest, bro. Like I said, we still got 5 weeks until the opening day. So hopefully they just at this point, you see what Stanton's dealing with. Guys, let's just be smart. Let's just be smart. Jeez, Slack Wolf. My God, man. Oh, Lord. Hey, man. Games begin this week, ladies and gentlemen. Friday. It's the last couple of days without baseball. Last couple of days. We are 1 like away until 50. So keep smashing that like button like you just don't care. If Taylor Swift ever covers a Motley Crue song, I'm leaving the planet. Oh, man. That would be a thing. That would be definitely a thing to watch, right? A Motley Crue cover or a Taylor Swift cover of some Motley Crue songs. Never got rid of Jose Trevino. Well, hindsight's 2020 at the end of the day, Bob. We got to strike out Beast and Fernando Cruz because of the Jose Trevino trade. So hopefully, like I said, it's just them being very safe with Austin Wells. Hopefully that's what's going to happen there. But I will, of course, let you all know more information once I get that information. So how old is that guy? He needs, he's 24, Savius. He did play a lot, though. That's the thing. Like, for catchers, usually catchers gets around like 2 days off a week. Wells is playing a lot. So, Mr. P, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, let's go, Strike Zone. All right, guys. Well, I'm heading out. You enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thank you for tuning in. And if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Join this community. It's going to be a fun season. I'm back tomorrow. We're going to touch more on the Yankees camp. Hopefully, we have some updates with Wells, and hopefully, we have a positive update on Stanton. But I will see you all. Yeah, what's up, World Tour? You coming in late, man. Hey, French, you already know that boy Bellinger looking clean. You know it. All right, Hawaiian, good to see you as well. Sorry, guys, for just popping in. Sorry, guys, I'm about to head out. But appreciate you all. You guys are the best. It's always love, peace, chicken grease on Max Coverage TV. I'm out of here. I'll see you all tomorrow. And as always, go Yankees. Peace.